At risk of sounding crazy to some people for what I'm about to say, I need to preface this by saying that I'm not here to imply that obsessive behavior is normal, nor is it okay or acceptable. However, I think I'm starting to understand where obsessive behavior comes from and why it develops. Have you ever felt so obsessed with someone that it feels like no one else can compare and it almost consumes you entirely? I think when you let that consume you entirely, that's when it spirals into obsessive behavior that you can't stop. I'm not sure if I'm the kind of person that feels this often, and I don't know how common it is to feel something like this, but I do think it is a thing. Sometimes you just start to fall in love with the way someone is so much to the point where you feel like you couldn't possibly be with anybody else. Like that is the person for you. And when you can't have them, then it just feels, everything feels so hopeless. But like deep down you know that you're just being dramatic and there's so many people in the world, and just because you can't have one person, it doesn't mean anything, right? Deep down you know that. And that's why most people don't turn obsessive, right? Because, you know, you like this person so much, but if you can't have them, oh well, you know, you move on with your life. Some people don't, I guess. But I don't know. I was just thinking that because I was having this thought and I was like, I feel so consumed by the feeling that no one else will quite compare. I try to imagine in my head a fictional person and say to myself, it's okay that you can't have this person because in the future you're gonna meet someone that you're gonna think is even better, right? Because, you know, in a perfect world everybody finds their person. And I found myself trying to conjure up in my mind what could be this perfect person that's even better and it just would be perfect for me. But I can't think of anyone, and I guess that's because I don't know them yet, you know? I'm trying to think of someone that doesn't exist in my worldview yet, but I guess that kind of contributes to the whole feeling of like, there's no one else out there for me. It has to be them. It has to be them. I feel like this probably happens so much with celebrities specifically. I feel like loads of people probably feel this way about celebrities at some point in their lives, especially when you're around my age, which is teenager, and you're young and inexperienced with the world, I guess. I don't know. But I guess also in real life, when it's people that's within reach and yet somehow there's a reason that you can't have them, that's when it can turn very dangerous, right? I don't know, but I've just been kind of thinking about this and I think I understand what leads to the progression of obsessive behavior. Aside from the obsessive behavior thing, I think honestly this kind of happens for me, well, I don't know whether it's right to say more often or more strongly because my standards are really high. So when I see someone that meets those standards, I'm like, oh, so you are the only one. You are the only one. Or not even the only one, but you are one of the few. And it feels like, well, how will I ever find someone again that meets my impossible standards, you know? I think that's a big reason why I haven't dated yet. Although, you know, it's not the main reason I haven't dated yet. The main reason is my social anxiety and my inability to communicate with people. But a big reason is because my standards feel impossibly high, so when I find someone that I like, I'm like, wow, there's not many of you out there, so if I don't have you, I have nothing. I don't know, is this completely out of left field, or does this make some kind of semblance of sense, or do I just sound like a crazy person? If I sound like a crazy person, please let me know ASAP so I can delete this video.